How are we doing today? My name is Mariam Adigbite, and I'll be the one hosting today's session. And this is another episode of Tech Career Series by Amdari. But before we proceed, let's just do it quickly in the chat box. Tell me your name and where you're joining from. I believe others will join us also as we proceed. Hi, Kingsley Olajide Johnson. Please confirm that you can hear me. All right, Kingsley here. Where are you joining us from, Kingsley? I'm interested in knowing that.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Johnson. How are you doing?
I'm good. Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm very well, very well. Where are you joining from?
Yeah, I'm calling from
Where
Lagos.
are you joining from
From
Lagos? So
Lagos.
that's great. I think very nice. Kingsley is joining us from Manchester. Hi, Gabriel. Hi, Osi. Olamide, Shing, and Feti also who just joined us. So you're all welcome to today's session, and I'll be moving on to share my screen. And before, I'm sure by the time you register, you know what we'll be talking about today, right? Talking about the overemployment trend, how tech professionals work remotely, ethically, and also unraveling the secrets behind it. Yeah, we have more people joining us. I guess we should reintroduce ourselves, right? Let me see. So quickly in the chat box, just let me know where you're joining us from. Matthew, Olajide, Love, I can see Love and Oak Missions, Feti. Good evening or good afternoon from wherever you're joining from. And also before I proceed, let me just confirm quickly. Is this your first time joining the Tech Career series by Amdari? If this is your first time, you can just give me a thumbs up. Great. Thumbs up from Victory, thumbs up from Johnson. Who else? Let's see. Thumbs up from OC as well. That was great. All right, so I'll just move on to sharing my screen now. Can you confirm that you can see my screen? Great. So, like I mentioned earlier, today we're talking about the overemployment trend, how tech professionals work to remote jobs ethically and unraveling the secrets. And I believe we are all people who are just getting into tech or probably into tech already. So before I proceed, let me know what tech career path are you currently pursuing. You can just quickly do that in the chat box. If you're a data analyst or a data scientist or cybersecurity specialist, business analyst, data engineer, and so on like that. So kindly put that in the chat box. That would enable this conversation to be much more interesting, right? So Kenneth is into data analytics. Very great. We have Daniel, who is UI UX product designer. Great. Kingsley is a data scientist. Johnson, cybersecurity analyst. More responses, please. More responses. Nelly is a data analyst. That's great. All right, so this will form the basis of the conversation we're having today. But before we proceed, just a little bit about Amdari. Amdari is an organization that is created for one major purpose, right? We have realized that there is a difficulty for people, especially aspiring tech professionals, to get into the job market because they do not have experience to show for it, right? Faith is a data scientist. Thank you for adding that. Because they don't have that experience. So Amdari is here to bridge that gap. We're here to help tech professionals build their career and also gain practical experience. We're here to help them land their very first job, or probably they're transitioning into tech just to help them get into tech. Also, our mission is to bridge the gap between theoretical learning, basically what you've learned from trainings, what you've learned from other resources. We're bridging that gap between theoretical learning and real world experience. So we're here to provide people with real life end-to-end practical hands-on projects in different tech career paths, right? We have data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analytics, SOC analyst, threat intelligence, ethical hacking and penetration testing, governance, risk and compliance, and we also have project management. So with these projects, they help people enhance their skills, and also build a robust portfolio. So that is what we do at Amdari. Then here we have me. I'm the one hosting this session. I'm the one talking today. Like I said earlier, my name is Miriam Adigbite. I am a data analyst. I also have a background in pharmacy, and I'm proficient in the use of multiple data analytics tools like Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python, and Tableau. So with the use of this, my knowledge of these tools, I help organizations, I help businesses make informed decision making, help them with informed decision making. And because I have a background in health, I'm still committed to helping people improve their health outcomes. And regardless of this, my experiences or my background, I love social impact a lot. I also love to empower people. So that is a brief about me. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find my name on LinkedIn as Miriam Adesola Adigbite. Then also, introductions, we have Femina. Femina is one of the brain behind Amdari. He's one of the co-founders of Amdari, also the co-founder of Analytics. He has wealth of experience. He has worked as a data science contractor. He has worked as a data analytics manager, a business intelligence developer, management and data analytics consultant, and a whole lot more. He has worked across different industries or different fields. He has worked in health tech, worked in edutech, worked in logistics and supply chain, and so on like that. And also, he loves to train people. He loves to empower people. So as a person, he has trained over 8,500 people. Impressive, right? If you think that is impressive, let me see a thumbs up. It should not be only me that finds that's very impressive. So if you feel that is impressive, quick reactions. Great. Thank you for the reactions. Very impressive. So now let's move on to what are we actually discussing today? What are we going to be talking about? From the topic, you should have kind of like opinion or kind of thinking about what we'll be discussing today. So we're here to discuss the rise of overemployment, what makes it work, talk about the ethical line between the good and the bad, whether overemployment is right or wrong. Then also we're here to talk about the Amdari work experience internships and also a special offer to you all that are joining us today. But to get that special offer, it's very much important that you stay to the end of this program so that you're able to get as much detail as possible. Then also, please, there's an attendance form in the chat box. Please ensure you fill this attendance form, and this will enable you get the resources that will be shared in the course of this discussion. So please, if you have not filled the attendance form, try to fill it as soon as possible. So now let's get started. So my first question to you all here is, do you think it is possible to actually work 2 or more remote jobs? Quick reactions or responses in the chat box. Yes or no? Do you think it's possible for you as a person to work 2 remote jobs or even more than 2 remote jobs? Yes, so I see yes from Ladybird, yes from Vitri, double yes from Shane. Yeah, it is from Johnson. Nelly also thinks it is possible. Great. Thank you for the responses. So another question now is, do you have friends working multiple remote jobs? Do you have colleagues that are actually working remote jobs? Or even you as a person? If it is you, you can just tell me that I work multiple remote jobs. If not, just say yes, you have friends working multiple remote jobs. Beatrice says she has a friend that works 3 jobs. Impressive. I also have friends working multiple remote jobs. I don't understand a response from Chidima, but Chidima sent an emoji trying to let me see. So others, let me see. Do you have friends? Do you have colleagues that actually work multiple remote jobs? Shink says, yeah, he or she has a brother working multiples. Great. Ladybird, yes, I do. So I believe the Ladybird is actually even working a remote job. So now, thank you for even answering that. Can see that it's actually possible that people can work multiple remote jobs, and that is actually what we actually even call overemployment. And in the course of this discussion, we'll talk about what actually makes it possible for them to work multiple remote jobs, or what will make it possible for you to have that job that would eventually even lead to multiple remote jobs. And yes, this is a question for you to just think about. So, what if you as a person could earn twice as much as you currently do without switching your career? So, for example, we have somebody that is a data analyst here. For example, Kenneth that said is into data analytics. Imagine Kenneth earning multiple because he's currently working multiple remote jobs. Daniels, that is a product designer, working twice as much as currently earning because he's a product designer. Kingsley is a data scientist as well. So, like that, just think about it. What if you could actually earn twice as much as you do without switching? That's your career. And now, first of all, let's talk about the rise of overemployment. What actually made this possible? What actually make it possible for people to work remotely, not even to talk about working multiple jobs remotely? First is the fact that after COVID-19, there was a normalization of remote work. You can bear me witness when I say that before COVID-19, it was just few organizations that actually do work remotely, where their employees work remotely. So it was not something that was very pronounced. Most organizations are the traditional kind of working environment where you need to step into the office to be able to carry out your tasks or carry out the activities you need to do for that day. So as a result of the COVID-19, there was a remote work normalization. Then also because organizations now shift to results driven performance. When I say results driven, can anybody provide insights to what that might mean? If you want to respond, you can just raise your hand and I'll call you. So when they say results driven, what comes to your mind? If you want to respond, just give me, okay, somebody says productivity. I didn't get yes, you can unmute and speak. Victory says impact driven. Great. I didn't get your hand is raised, so I believe you want to say something. You can unmute and speak. If you're currently speaking, you're muted. Okay, so I think I'm just going to continue. Okay, uh, yeah, let me just go on. So
Okay,
Charlotte
you can
says,
just go on. They would use the
okay,
chats. Yes.
yeah. Probably that was even a mistake. I just wanted to call her since she raised her hand. So Charlotte says productivity, Beatrice says impact driven, Chidiman says evidence based, Charlotte also says productivity. So you are very much correct. So the rise of this overemployment is as a result of all of these things you have mentioned that organizations have taken into consideration. They now prefer that, okay, as long as you're able to deliver that results, as long as you're able to show that you can give us the output that we need, then it's fine if you can work remotely. And one thing you should actually take note that about this results driven performance is because you're only able to deliver those results because you have the experience, because you have the capacity, you have the capabilities to show that, okay, I can deliver this result. Then also as a result of economic factors, we have people, organization, or people that have jobs that are insecure. Because of that insecurity, we tend to want to look for other opportunities, other sources of income. You don't want to be in a situation whereby you wake up to you sleep this night and by tomorrow you don't have your job anymore. You don't want a situation whereby uh, people are continuously losing their jobs and you just don't know when your turn will come, right? So as a result of that, people now tend to like want to look for more job opportunities. Then also the global access to high paying jobs, majorly technical roles. Technical roles are now in high regard. They're now in they're high paying technical jobs. They're organizations that would continuously organizations would continuously want to seek for uh jobs for technical skills, for people with technical skills, just to be able to help them to deliver on what they need to do for their businesses to thrive. So as a result of that, especially people with these technical skills, you guys are we are all hot cakes, right? I want to believe we're all hot cakes. So we have organizations that are seeking for those skills for them to be able to deliver on the kind of businesses that they have, for them, for their businesses to be able to thrive. Then also now think about it. Okay, we know that organizations are trying to move into results driven approach. They want people with those skills, but what exactly is making it possible? What is making it possible for you to be able to work remotely, or for technical professionals to be able to work remotely? One is because there are jobs now with flexible hours. Do you agree with me that majority of jobs now have flexible working hours? If you agree with that, just give me a thumbs up. Yes, so yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. So because of these flexible hours, you don't necessarily have to be on that job from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for you to be able to do their work. As long as organizations believe that, okay, regardless of whatever time you want to do this work, then fine, just ensure that you deliver on whatever task that you have. And also because there is prioritization of outputs over availability. I've mentioned this earlier. And also the roles in high demand, especially all the technical roles that have been mentioned here earlier: data analysis, data science, project management, business analysis, cybersecurity, software development, product analytics, and so on like that. So all of these roles are in high demand. And also there's clear task dedication. It is not possible for you to work remotely if there is no clear task delegation. Who else agrees with me on that? If you agree with that, thumbs up. So without Thank you, Adenike. So if the task you need to do, if what you need to do is not clearly stated, if there is no clarity on your job expectations, then it will be very, very difficult to even work one remote job, not to talk about multiple remote jobs. So as a result of all of this, it has made it possible for people to work remotely as a data analyst, as a data scientist, and so on like that. Then also, we now know what makes it work. From your own side, from you as a person, now, how do you make it work? One thing I'll always shout everywhere I go to is your skills. There's no way you can even get a job first if you don't have those skills. You can't say you want to get a data analyst job, or a business analyst job, or a cybersecurity person. You cannot get all of these jobs if you don't have those skills. So first of all, you need to ensure that your skills is 100. You have that skills. You can show that you can do this thing. Then the soft skills. Soft skills are very, 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 very important, not just the technical skills alone. Are you able to communicate very well? Do you have that verbal communication skills and written communication skills? Are you an active listener? Are you a person that is able to work confidently in a team? Are you the kind of person that is able to solve problems? Are you a problem solver, or a problem creator, right? So are you a kind of person that is able to think critically, think analytically? Are you able to adapt to different circumstances that you find yourself? Do you have that creativity? Are you able to generate innovative ideas and solutions to problems? Do you have that emotional intelligence? And also, do you have that leadership skills? So all of these things matters for you to be able to like make it work as a person, make it possible for you to work remotely. And also, even before getting those remote work, you need that experience also to show that okay, you can also do this job. You can excel at whatever career path you find yourself in. Then also the time and task management skills, regardless of whether you're even working remotely or not, you as a person need that time management and task management skills. Are you making use of your Google Calendar to schedule meetings, or to set reminders, to schedule events, whatever thing you need to do? Are you making use of that Trello and Notion for project management? Are you making it use of it to collaborate with your team or to collaborate with people, and also how to make it work. Do you have the resources that you need? Do you have the tools that you need? Do you have the gadgets that you need for you to be able to excel, for you to be able to excel at your work, for you to be able to do your work confidently and 100% accurately, right? These are the things that are very, 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 very important for you to ensure that you can actually work remotely and also even work multiple jobs. Then now the ethical line. Let's think about it. Do you uh, has anybody come across contracts that says that you are not required, you are not expected to work with a competing organization, or if you're expected to work only for that organization at that point in time? So if you've seen something like that, just give me yes. If not, just give me no in the chat box. So Victory says yes. Victory has seen. Shing also has seen. More responses. Let me see if you are still following. So Adenike says yes as well. More people. If you've seen contract that states non-complete clauses or even exclusivity requirements, just give me a yes in the chat box or give me a thumbs up. I have 3 responses so far. Charlotte, Chidima, I'll be expecting your responses in the chat box. So yes, there are contracts that actually do specify that you should not work with a competing organization, an organization that is termed as a competitor for that particular organization. You're not expected to work with them. And also exclusivity requirements. Some contracts will explicitly state that you should only work with them at that point in time. So this is the ethical line of it, right? If you have clauses like this in when you are currently getting a job, then you should know that you should not breach those clauses, as it could lead to legal battles, right? So with these clauses, if you have these clauses in your contract, then you are not able to work with other organizations. But if not, if these clauses are not stated, then sure, you can go for it. You can work as multiple jobs that you like to, work remotely as long as you would want to. But then it is not as easy as it is being put. There are also gray areas or risks for it. One is the risks of being burnt out or getting burnt out from overcommitment. Working remotely or working multiple jobs is not for everybody. I repeat that again. Working multiple jobs is actually not for everybody, especially if you're the kind of person that gets easily tired or gets easily burnt out from getting from being committed to multiple things at the same time. So if you're the kind of person that gets it, it's very difficult to work remotely. And also there's a risk of getting caught. I'm sure that people that work remotely do not confidently tell their colleagues that they actually do work remotely, because they feel there is that judgmentality, or feel that okay, this person is getting multiple streams of income, this person has more opportunities than I do. So people that work remotely tend to keep it in secrecy from others, and by trying to keep it in secret, there's are also instances that you try as much as possible not to have your calendar clashing with meetings, other meetings. Try as much as possible not to miss a particular deadline or a project that you are currently working on. Try as much as possible to follow along with the duration of that project, the output that is being required from you, the result that's being required from you to deliver from that project. Then also the professional consequences. For example, now let's say you consistently miss deadlines for a project, or you consistently do not deliver as it is expected of you to deliver. Then of course an organization can decide that okay, they do not want you working with them anymore. Now imagine whereby you're doing this across multiple jobs, across your multiple streams of income. You're not delivering in job A, you're not delivering in job B, you're not delivering in job C. Then these organizations would definitely not want to work with you anymore. So in as much as you want to work multiple jobs, multiple streams of income, you need to ensure that you are able to deliver on these jobs. And delivering on those jobs comes from the skills, comes from the experience that you gained working with those skills. Then also now let me ask for you all. Do you think what's working multiple jobs is right or wrong? If you feel working multiple jobs is right, you can just give me a thumbs up. Shing says she's giving me a thumbs up. That's great. Any other person? Nelly says thumbs up. Yes, so like I said earlier, in as much as you're not breaching any contracts, then working remote jobs is absolutely right. There's no wrong about it. But at the same time, it depends on who you ask. From our own perspective, we that are working, we believe okay, it is right. You're not breaching any contract as long as in your perspective you believe that okay, you're able to get multiple streams of income. You are working smarter, not harder. You are able to make up for the stagnant wages that you are currently getting. But from the employer's perspective, they might feel as if, of course, Faith says more money. Who does not love more money? Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Money, everybody needs money, right? So, but from the employer's perspective, they might feel that, okay, this person is having divided attention. So, like I said earlier, people tend to keep it in secrecy. You do not just go to your employer and just confidently tell them that, oh, I have a job and I'm currently working another job. Who does that? Nobody, trust me. Then also from the employer's perspective, they might feel that, okay, you're probably breaching the trust they have in you working with them, or probably they feel that the data security concerns, you're probably leaking their data to somebody else and so on like that. And that is why I said that if your contract Practice says wisdom is profitable. So if your contract explicitly states that you should only work with a particular organization at that moment in time, then you cannot work remote job. So this is where you also borrow yourself some learnings from this session that okay, contract that explicitly states this will limit you from working multiple jobs and you tend to avoid those kind of job contracts. Then also, is overemployment here to stay? Of course, overemployment is here to stay. The overemployment will always happen till their kingdom come. So there is a rise in freelance work with multiple pages, multiple websites that even offer these freelance opportunities. We have Upwork, we have Fiverr, and so on like that. Even organizations now, they now lease out some of their works as freelance works for people to be able to work it. So you working a full-time job somewhere does not limit you from taking up this freelance work. And as long as they continue to happen, overemployment will continue to happen as well. Then the fractional roles, even organizations, some believe that do not need multiple, all of their employers to be full-time employers. We now have contract chief executive officer. I've seen an organization that has their chief executive officer that does not work full-time. I've seen an organization that have chief technical officer that does not work full-time. So as a result of this, if you're not working full-time in a particular organization, then there's nothing limiting you from working with other organizations as well. But being able to do this comes from the fact that you have those skills, you have those experience for this organization to even trust you enough to bring you on board. Then, like I mentioned earlier, the output focused hiring becoming the new norm. As long as this is continuing to be in place, then overemployment will continue to happen. Then also we have workers and our freedom, not even just job security alone, especially with the millennials or even Generation Z. They want opportunities whereby they can decide who they want to work with, where they want to work, for how long they want to work, in addition to having this job security. So now, what do you think overemployment teaches us? We've been saying all of these things that people can work multiple jobs, but then how is it possible? First is the fact that the most successful professionals have hands-on skills. They also have that experience. You imagine you as an employer now. Let's say Feti is employing people. Do you believe or do you think that Feti would see somebody that has an experience and decides to go for somebody that does not have experience and probably that has just gone somebody that has just done trainings but does not have that experience yet, or probably somebody that has those certificates, those training certificates, but cannot show for that they can do those things. So the employment is teaching us that organizations will continue to prioritize people that have that experience and also people that have that hands-on skill. And also they continue to hire based on the fact that The people they want should be results driven and not just certificate oriented. But then, what about the early career professionals and even career transitioners? I believe majority of people on this call or people on this call are people that want to transition from other career paths into tech, or they're probably people. Thank you, Shing is agreeing with me. Yes, or they're probably people that are early career professionals who just graduated from school, you just graduated from your graduate school, you're currently just looking for opportunities, but then organizations are not giving you that chance to work with them because you cannot show that experience. So you need a job to get experience, and at the same time, you need experience to get a job. The cycle continues. The cycle will always continue. And also, why most roles require years of experience, we cannot blame these people. It is because research has shown, surveys has shown that people that have that 1 year or year of experience always show that they can deliver high quality work. They are able to work independently. They have the ability to learn faster on the job. They have organizations even tend to retain them for a longer period of time. And also, organizations do not have the resources. Most organizations do not even have the resources to start training somebody from scratch. That they do not want to, they prefer somebody that already has an experience that can show that, okay, you can do this thing, just come to us and help us with it. They don't want to spend their resources on having to train more people, having to train somebody right from the scratch. And also, people without experience show that they also have strong technical skills. There's no way you would say that you have experience and it's not equate to you having those skills. So asking yourself now, why are you still paying for those courses or certificates when experience is all you need to get a job? And this is saying to the fact that you already have that skills already. It's just the experience that remains. It is just the experience that is the gap between you getting a job with the trainings that you've already undergone. And why project-based experience matters is also because it helps you to build a strong portfolio to showcase to your employers that you are able to apply the skills in real world, and also not pass, and not just to pass exams. You are also able to show that you have that problem solving skills, you have the analytical skills. So with real world experience or with hands-on practical experience, you can show that you have the ability to actually handle technical challenges. You as a person, you're able to solve problems. You are able to help organizations with their data, with their design, or whatever skills that you have. So now the big question now is, where are you now expected to get where are you expected to get the experience from? Like I mentioned earlier, you need a job to get experience, and you need the experience to get a job. But what if I tell you that you're able to get that experience even without showing that you already have that previous, you're able to get a job later on by working with Amdari using your experience. So I'll just move on to the simple answer to the question. So Amdari is here to help you. Is here to help you get that your dream job. Amdari is here to nurture in the right direction, and we are very much interested in this. Remember in the beginning of the session, I said that we have noticed a problem in the job market whereby people are not able to get jobs because they do not have that experience. So now with Amdari is here to help you get that job by providing you with the experience. So this brings me to what we call the remote apprenticeship virtual experience, which is the work experience program at Amdari. So with the work experience program at Amdari, you get to have that project-based experience, what we call the project-based experience, and the employability skills. We get to help you gain that employability skills. Who is still interested in what I'm here to say? But if you are very much excited to know what the project-based experience entails, let me see a thumbs up from you. Thank you, Nelly. Who else? Vitri as well. Shing as well. Adenike as well. So when we are talking about, thank you for the responses. So when we're talking about project-based experience, when you work with Amdari will help you build up that experience by giving you projects to work on, by giving you real industry-based projects to work on. So by working with Amdari, you get to work with at least five, approximately 10 projects with Amdari. You also get to work with cross-functional teams. Say, for example, you're a data engineer, you get to work with people that are also data analysts or people that are data scientists. Before I proceed, please ensure you fill the attendance form, as this will help you get the resources that will be shared later on from this session. Then also we have the multiple industry experience, because you're working in Amdari and working with real world projects. You get to work with projects that are from different industries. So, for example, projects from the healthcare sector, projects from supply chain, projects from the e-commerce, and so on like that. And also multiple role experience. You as a person can decide that from a data analyst, you also want to have experience as a data scientist. Then also multiple technology experience. The tools that pertain to your particular career, you get to work with those tools. So, for example, you as a data analyst, you get to work with tools like Excel, you get to work with tools like SQL, Power BI, Tableau, Looker, and so on like that. And also because you're working with cross-functional teams, you're working with other people as well, you get to build up your teamwork and also your project collaboration skills. And also this will help you increase your confidence for your future roles, because you'll be having series of presentation as you would do when you are working with other jobs, and also providing you with the networking opportunities as well. Then for the employability skills, when you're working with Amdari, you get your CV reviewed such that you are even able to guide you to the point that you are able to apply for jobs. And this comes with making sure that your CV is in the right format, your CV can pass the ATS, and also we get to review your LinkedIn for you. We get to optimize your LinkedIn. We provide you with one-on-one mentorship, provide you with career coaching, we help you with interview preparation, we also help you with job reference when you need it, and also on the job support. So like I said, you're working with real life projects. So we have business partners that will present us with their unique business challenges, and this will be presented to you to work on either as an individual or you get to work in teams. Then after working on this project, you make presentations, first in the team presentations and also stakeholder presentations. You get evaluated on the projects you are currently working on, and also give recommendations on how you can improve on those projects. Then ultimately you get to add this project to your portfolio. By working with Amdari, you get to build your portfolio so that you are able to use this to apply for jobs and also get the LinkedIn recommendation. So like I said, all of this experience will help you when you start applying to jobs. It will help you with interviews as well, because we're having interview preparations, we're having mock interview sessions. So now our next course will be starting on the 10th of May. But before I go on to talk about what is next, let me just show us quickly what the Amdari website looks like and what you'll be offered when you work with Amdari as a consultant. So kindly confirm that you can see this screen currently showing the website for Amdari. Great, thank you, Vitri, Nelly. Thumbs up from them. All right, so this is what the Amdari website looks like, and with these websites, we have the projects vault. I'll just show you the kind of projects you get to work on, and also other things like the learn page, which are crash courses, and also the portfolio builder and many other things. So once you go to amdari.io, you can easily create your account. So from creating your account, you would see what we call the dashboard, and then on the left side you can see project, portfolio, job board, learn, and so on like that. So for example, now for the project, we have projects on different career paths or different industries. You can see data analytics, data science, and data engineering. Also, by the time you get onboarded, you get to work with, depending on the career path, for example, the cybersecurity as well, ethical hacking, penetration testing, business analysis, and many others like that. So for example, now let's click on this data analytics. These are examples of self-paced project that you first of all work on when you get onboarded, and also there are also projects that are not even on this website that you get to work on. So for example, now we have this project called Data Driven Excellence in Order Fulfillment. So you get to work help an organization with fulfilling their orders, ensuring that the orders they get, they have customers, and they they get to limit their churn rate. So for example, if I click on view project, it gives you more information about the project. So now this is a streamlined logistics solution company currently in the supply chain and logistics industry. They have the problem of order backlogs and problems with customers being frustrated, operational expenses going rising, and also problems with their visibility. So we have this organization come to us, and you get to work with the data sets and also provide recommendations to the organization on how they can solve all of these challenges that has been mentioned here. So like that, we have other projects like that. And also for the portfolio builder, with the portfolio builder, you can build your portfolio, whether as a cybersecurity analyst, as a data engineer, and so on, like that. So once you include your information, personal information about you, your specialization, your skills, your tools, you get a ready-made portfolio that you can easily even add to your CV, and also on your LinkedIn as well, such that people are easily able to see what you've carried out. And with the project with Amdari, you can also add this project to your portfolio as well. Then also we have the job board. On the Amdari page, we have the job board that gets updated, where you can easily find jobs to apply for. For example, we have this job on senior data engineer. It's a remote work as well. We have this data scientist, associate scientist, scrum master, program manager, and many others like that, where you can easily find jobs to apply for. And sure, when you apply to these jobs, we are here to support you to ensure that you land those roles as well. So, and then we have the learn page. Learn page are for people that just want to refresh their knowledge when they start working with Amdari. You already have these skills, you already have these technical skills, but you want to just refresh your knowledge. This serves as a knowledge refresher. So these are crash courses on different areas like data science, data analytics, data engineering, cybersecurity, and many others like that. So for the data science, for example, we have recommended crash courses like Introduction to Data Science, Introduction to Python for data science, machine learning for data scientists, computer vision, and so on like that. Yes, so that brings me back to what I was presenting earlier. If you're still with me, give me a thumbs up. All right. Thank you for the thumbs up. Um, okay, William says, can I get the attendance? The attendance will be sent to the chat box. Please check the chat box again for the attendance. So now for you to be able to join our next cohort, which is starting on the 10th of April, which is about a few days from now, there are things that are required from you, which is the payment plan. So for the payment plan for the May cohort starting in a few days' time, Dari is currently offering what we call discounts. So for example, you like to join the 3 months work experience program or the 6 month work experience program. There are different payment plans for this. And like I've mentioned earlier, in addition to all of these projects that will be required to work on. So for example, if you subscribe or if you register for the 3 months program, you get to work with about 5 to 6 projects and more projects if you are working with the 6 month work experience program. And in addition to the projects, you get your CV reviewed and access to the exclusive job board, your portfolio builder, also the reference data when you need them, when you're applying to jobs that you need a reference data, Amdari will provide that for you. And also mentorship sessions, career coaching sessions, employability sessions, and many more. So for the 3 months work experience program, it is currently being run at a discounted price of £390, meaning that you get to save over £100 when you register to join the next course starting in May. So you save about £110. And if you are registering for the 6 months program, you get to pay £750 instead of the £900. And with that, you are saving about £150. And then there are multiple installment plan that is available for you. For example, if you want to register for the 3 months program, you can pay in three installments. And then if you're registering for the 6 months program, you can decide to pay in about five installments. The maximum is five installments. So I'm just going to do a quick run through. I know we have multiple questions already. After this presentation, I'll be taking questions. So if you have questions, you can just note it down somewhere, and afterwards I'll be calling us to ask questions. So a quick run through on how to pay with MainStack. I know there are people that are currently looking at the screen and wondering how do they actually go about the payment. So with this link here, which would be shared to you when you register, when you fill the attendance form, this resource will be shared to you, so you easily see the link. So from that link, it will take you to this page. Can you confirm that you can still see my screen? If you can still see the screen, the main stack page, please give me a thumbs up. All right, thank you. So this is what the main stack page for payments looks like. It's first of all welcomes you to the page, the name of the internship, the RAVE Internship Enrollment Center. Then we have the three links here: chat with Amdari, payment registration form, the terms and condition. We'll come back to this. But like I mentioned earlier, we have 3 months programs and 6 months program across different career paths: the data analysis, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management, SOC analyst, threat intelligence, then also ethical hacking and penetration testing, governance, risks and compliance as well. So for example, now I'm just going to click on this secure your internship for the data analytics 3 months. So once you click on it, it will direct you to a different page. So on this page now, this is where you can also pick a payment plan. So this is currently showing in Naira, but you can decide to change the currency to whatever interests you. So for example, I'm just going to search for pounds here and select the British pound sterling. So automatically the project and the payments plan gets updated. So for example, now if you want to pay in three installments, I'm just going to select this, and then you'll be prompted to also click on secure internship. And for example, say you are paying today, the next installment will be Saturday 24th May. So easily you get information on the date of your next installment. Then click on secure internship. Then also review payment structure. You can review it once again, then click on proceed. So when you click on proceed as well, it brings you to this page, your checkout details. You are required to fill in your name, your email address, and also your phone number. Then also you can also review the payment again once again. So I'm just going to input my name here, Miriam Adesola Adegbite, and then my email address. Then just click on proceed. So when you click on proceed now, you can now decide to input your payments, your card details, either a credit card or a debit card. So for example, now you have this credit card that will be required to fill. Then also the card holder name, your country, your street address, the zip code, and so on like that. So once you fill this, then you can now submit. You can now click on pay. So once you click on pay, you are expected to see a prompt that says that your payment is successful, and also receive an email. That is why at the first page you are required to input your email. You also get an email that your payment is successful already. Then you would be redirected back to the first link where we started from, this page. You'll be directed back automatically. Your page will be redirected to this page. And afterwards, you are now required to fill this payment registration form. This is very, very important so that we can always, with the email and other information you put in here, we can follow up with you. So with the email, you record your email, then input your first name, your last name, your registration email, your country of residence, your current status, whether you're a student, a recent graduate, unemployed, career switcher, returning to work, or you just want to upskill in your career, you include that as well. You can pick a what applies to you. Then also for the country of residence, UK, Nigeria, United States, Canada, and others. If none of these apply to you, you can easily enter your country of residence. Then you click on next. So on the next page as well, you'll be required to enter the internship program that you're interested in any of these 8 internship programs that we currently do offer. Then also you're required to upload your payment receipts. Please ensure you upload it in form of an image. Then also state the name of the account you use to make payments. And also ensure that you read the terms and condition. So once you read the terms and condition and agree to it, you can pick on the yes. Then also select the internship plan that you currently want to run. Is it the 3 months or the 6 months? You select that as appropriate. Then also for the registration, other registration details are required to input. When do you intend to start the internship? Like I said, the next course is starting 10th of May. But after payment, if you decide that you want to start with the course starting with June, then that is fine as well. Then also you can now fill how did you hear about this this internship program, the work experience program called Rave by Amdari, whether from the Facebook or Instagram page, from Effemina, from Adiza, from family and friends, from Amdari website, and so on like that. Then also just give us a brief response on what actually influenced your decision to subscribe to this program, and then you can now click on submit. So that will be all for this presentation. If you have questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Thank you all for listening. If you have questions, you can easily just raise your hand and you will be called. Thank you, Uche. Thank you, Gabriel, as well. Any question?
Yes, I have a question, please. So, in terms of this internship, like when you want to put it on your CV, what company what's the name of the company? Is it going to be Amdari or yeah?
Yeah, so the name of the company on your CV will be Amdari because it's Amdari that will be providing you with a reference. So the name of the company would be Amdari.
Okay.
Does that answer
And
your
it is
question?
yes. And so if you're going for the 3 months package, you could say you only work with you guys for 3 months. Is that what it is? Or is yeah.
Yes, you
Right.
can say that as well. But Victory, are you here?
Okay, yes, it's going to be on your CV that you worked with Amdari for 3 months, and also registered in Canada. So if you're looking to get like your UK work experience, you can leverage Amdari's internship for that. And the next question in the chat is Adenike. Okay, before that, Benita, have I been able to answer your question?
Yes, you have.
Yeah, you're
And you
working
also
with
have
Amdari as a consultant. So that's why
okay.
it's Amdari that's the work experience for you. Because you're working as a consultant, you're helping other businesses solve business problems. So that's the
Okay.
idea. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'll try speak. Can I speak to someone once? Because I'm just wondering, like, if if you have something else on your CV, like, let's say social work, and then you then put I'm diary only 3 months, and then you're going to look for cybersecurity role. Is 3 months enough to evidence that you've got?
Okay. Okay, so
I'm happy
here's
to
the
speak to
thing.
you outside. If it's going to be a long chat, so that
Oh,
others
oh
can.
okay, okay. So Uche, can you share the clarity session link so that she can book a clarity session and would have like a one-on-one conversation around that? Okay,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. All right, so you look out for that in the chat. Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Sure. All right,
All right.
Moriam, you can go ahead, or do I
Thank
go
you for
ahead
that.
take the questions?
So yes, I think I also asked a question that is this for people who do not have a basic knowledge of these courses before now. So my response to that is just say that majorly it is for people that have that experience, people that have that training. You've taken courses before on data analysis, but you're not able to get a job because you don't have that experience. So with Andari, you get to work on real life projects, you get to deliver, you get to build your portfolio, you get to be able to show that you have these skills as a result of working with us. So it is recommended that you have that training before joining Amdari. I hope that answers your question, Adenike. All right, thank you. So Laurie says, if one subscribe for 3 months, can one extend it to 12 months? Because I think 3 months seems too short to convince a recruiter. And yes, of course, there are people that come in and when they register with 3 months, and along the way, they decide that they want to stay for a longer period of time. So sure, you can always do that. All right, I think
In addition to what you've said, Miriam, in addition to the response you gave to who's that in the chat, is it Larry? You can actually extend it. You can start with 3 months, extend to 6 months first, because as my colleague mentioned, you'd be working on at least 6 to 10 projects. So you might feel like that's a short time for you to get experience, but trust me, the quality of projects you'll be working on is what matters, right? The fact that you can actually deliver on the you can deliver on your you know, you can actually showcase results. That's what's more important, right? There are people that transition into tech and in less than a year they've done so much and they've created so much impact, right? So it's really not so much about how long, but it's more like how well. Okay, I mean extend 3 months on one CV. No, we do not backdate, we do not extend. Whatever the months you work with us is what's going to reflect on your CV. Do you understand? So we don't help you to backdate, we don't help you to extend anything. It's just if you're coming in for 6 months, it's going to reflect that you worked with us for 6 months. And the same goes for the 3 months, right? Now, the work reference letter you'd be getting from us, even after your internship experience, after 6 months, you can still ask us for it up until 2 years. Okay, so that is how long you have access to Amdari. Up until 2 years, you can still request for this reference letter if you still need it after you're done with the internship experience. So that's what we give to you. Okay, so thank you.
all right, thank you for the addition, Victory. So Laurie, does that answer your question? Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you for the response. So I have some hands raised here. Kenneth. I think Adenika and Benita has spoken earlier. Probably that was an error. Or do you still want to add something, Adenike, Benita?
One last question. Is the experience, do you have someone, is it self-paced or is there like a virtual guide or like if you need any, or is it self-explanatory, the projects? I mean, understand.
Okay, to provide more insights to that, for the first two projects you'll be working on will be self-paced. You get access to resources that would help you on how to go about it. But for the rest of the projects after the remaining two projects, be expected to work with them with the guidance of a mentor. You'll be assigned a coach that would assist you on working on those projects. But for the first two projects, you still have access to them, but you still have access to other resources that you can always go to see how you can go about working on those projects.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. So yes, Kenneth, your hand is raised.
Yeah,
Sorry, but I was not able to join on time. I joined in very late. And so I just wanted to know if this is recorded and will be shared anywhere. I'm currently in the data analytics internship in Andari, but I just wanted to know if this will be recorded so I can get to it because I didn't join on time.
Okay, thank you. Yes, this is being recorded and it will be shared. So please ensure you fill the attendance form. I'm going to resend the link to the chat box again now. So please ensure you fill this form.
All right, thanks.
All right, you're welcome. So I have Adenike's and still raised. Do you have something you want to add? Additions, subtractions? All right, no response from us. I want to believe that was an error. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's Tech Career Series. We'll be happy to. Well, I think I says no. All right, no problem. I want to believe that was an error. So thank you all for joining today's Tech Career Series. If you still have more questions or you would like to find out more information, you can always book a clarity session. The link to booking the clarity session was shared in the chat box earlier. So I'm just going to resend the link here. So again, if you want to book a clarity session, you can do that by clicking on the link in the chat box. Thank you all for joining and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, Uche. Thank you, Vitri. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.